Welcome to London for round number 2 in season 27. Palomino's on pole from Daf Sanchez and Revo, who starts third from Remy LeBeau, the points leader, and Daniel Bogdasarov. Babinas Jr. is 6th from David 12 and Salos Kine. Linus Eriksson in 9th from Arthur Catfish and Ewa Path in 11th. Sebastian Ocampo starts 12th from U-Cable at his home round. And Charles Mendes, Marcus Nelson, and your boy starts 16th. The Red Devil 17th from Sigmund. Hungarian driver in front of Katalabo, Oinkro Ezra versus Theo and Inocu. Well, after an amazing race in Australia last time out, we return to the most tenured track on the calendar. All 5 lights go on, and the London E3 is green. What a start off the line from Daf Sanchez, draws level with Nicholas Palomino coming through turn 1. Meanwhile, Remy LeBeau doing the exact same with Revo. They come through 2 and into turn 3. What can Sanchez do? Not too much. He's got his teammate right behind him as Remy LeBeau seemingly giving up the ghost in that turn, in that attempt at a fight. Babinas Jr. in 6th, trying to get past Daniel Bogdasarov, but out in front, Palomino holding on to the lead from the 2 hyperdrive men. And David 12 in the Rocket Venturi number 12 car, losing some ground to the Mercedes man, but he's got a very good run on the pack. And I do mean the pack here. He's side by side with Bogdasarov, could try and get past Remy LeBeau, the points leader himself, but he can't get it done. So Babinas Jr. is the one who's going to try and go side by side with the Venturi man. And 3 wide actually as Bogdasarov gets involved as well. Brilliant stuff through the chicane, but 12 holding on to P5. Daf Sanchez in the 72. Running in 2nd behind his fellow ERL USA Series champion. That of course now being known as the Champ Car World Series. In fact, we have the past 3 USA Series champions on the grid this season. The other 2 have left the ERL entirely. On lap 2 of 13, Palomino leads from Sanchez and Revo. Thankfully, no cautions called or anything like that, as you are both going side by side with Babinas Jr. and IBJ not really having anything to fight against the Jaguar. Nicholas Palomino with the fastest opening sector of anyone. And honestly, as attack mode is now online and Nelson moves up into 9th in front of former teammate U-Cable. Honestly, attack mode is definitely going to be the biggest decider between race win and not winning a race, it seems, in terms of position. As Nelson going almost side by side with U-Cable, but not able to make the pass further back. That's versus Theo up to 13th. Good moves made by the 38, it seems. Looking further up, rather in between the top pack and the back of the pack. Remy LeBeau running in 4th. He's breaking away from 12, but he's dropped 2 seconds to his teammate. I think he's just trying to hold it steady, hold down the fort in 4th position, which can be a smart move. As off the track goes U-Cable. In the pits is Daf Sanchez, Daniel Bogdasarov, Salos Kine, and Arthur Catfish, and that's a bad release for the number 72. That could lose him a few seconds, which could wind up to losing the position to his teammate. Further up, I think that was Babinas Jr. going 2 by 2 with David 12. It is. 12 moves up into 4th, side by side for Babinas Jr. and Ewa Path. 12 is having an amazing rookie season here. Good stuff from David to be up in 4th once again. Last time out it was a podium. Can he get 2 podiums on the bounce in his rookie season? So on the back of Remy LeBeau is the Venturi driver. Question is, can he actually try and get past? He's right on the back of that white, blue and purple Sims racing car. The question is, can he get past? And he didn't get a good enough exit through Chapel to be grammatically correct to close up. He comes through Stowe corner. Babinas Jr. still on the back of 12. That's really going off the track, and that's a consistent issue we've had. It's wide off the track there for Marcus Nelson, that was. Around the final corner, I believe. Revo, yes, staying out to begin the final lap, and now Remy LeBeau on the back of him. On board we are. with Remy. He's going to have the inside line, but can't quite get past yet. He's staying side by side. Rear wing opens up as Sanchez punches in the fastest sector. He's in front of Palomino coming out of the pits. Nico has come out in 10th, net 3rd position on the hard tyres. So it does seem like the undercut is likely to work better than the over. But by going longer on this stint, you're going to have less worries of racing your opponents with more worn tyres come races end. Or will you? Because we don't know if these guys are going to have a hard tyre stint and try and extend to, at this point, lap 9. Because I believe the hard should be able to do 5 laps. Rear wing opens up for Remy again. He's been caught by David 12. And again, it doesn't look like he's close enough to make any sort of advances. And you can say the same for Babinis Jr. Keep my eyes on the Red Devil and Marcus Nelson. I don't think those two are having any sort of major tyre problems yet. But 18% on the mediums for those guys who are just coming in. Nelson hit 2% full car puncture for the Red Devil as he makes his way through Club Corner. 4 laps is the maximum for the softs, and I go as far as to wager it's likely something similar for the mediums. They'll have a little more in hand. But as we begin lap 5, Daph Sanchez leads from Nico Palomino and Awful Catfish. The Power Motorsport. That's great from the number 2 crew. Your boy is up in 4th. It's a France 4-5 with Revo in 6th and 12 in 7th. About 6/10 off P6s. There goes Remy LeBeau passing his countryman, moving up into 4th, I believe. If we do get an A1GP next year, we're likely to see some new faces of teams. As there goes Revo getting past the Red, not the Red Devil, your boy as well. Got some dark clouds here in London. When don't we? 12 moving past UK Ball, who at his home race isn't having the best of times as the camera issues from last time out have followed us here. It's weird, we never get these types of choppy frame rate drops with the FG series. So I wonder if there's anything we can do. Just talking a little more literally now, as 12 not able to get past your boy. Talking a little bit more literally, I do believe this is the version of Monoposto that we're going to have until the end of the year. And that's UK Ball moving up to 6th. Sanchez diving down into pit lane for hard tyres. Catfish following him in with your boy. Inter's going on at Next TV. Inter's going on at Power Motorsport. What has Hyperdrive done? For a second race in a row, Daph Sanchez has been screwed over. He's on the hard tyres. He's down in 15th. There's nothing he can do. But as the rain begins to fall, Remy LeBeau can't get past Revo. Nicholas Palomino in the meanwhile. He leads by 5 seconds in front of the reigning Drivers' Champion. He's just won in Austin in the A1, not the A1GP, in Champ Car. And he's looking to try and follow that run of form with another race win. His first Formula E race win in his second full-time FE season. They make their way into Stowe. We expect to see everybody into the pits, and Sanchez has a mountain to climb here. Are there gonna be double stackers in front of him? They're not. There aren't any double stackers in front of Daph Sanchez, apart from Remy LeBeau, but that's too far up to be an issue. Into the pits comes everyone for intermediate tyres. How good is that stop from Hyperdrive? It's not perfect. We've seen worse. Palomino with a very quick stop is expected, and Revo has been done in pit lane by Sims. They got a brilliant pit stop done. And coming out, that's UK Ball in front of Revo as well. Sigmund leads the pack from Nicholas Palomino and Awful Catfish. Catfish making a smart move. Power Motorsport, they're back in the game in their home race. But somehow, Rocket Venturi opted not to pull in the man in the number 5 car. Again. Do they just not strategy with the number 5? Do they forget that they have a second car? I bet 12's got something to do with that as he's moved up into 7th. He's going side by side with your boy, but Catfish caught by his fellow Sims champion. Palomino's just taken the lead further up. This is more enticing, isn't it? Remy LeBeau back onto the podium. It's looking to be a 1-2 for Red Bull. And honestly, what a feel-good story it would be for Nicholas. This would increase Remy LeBeau's championship lead. Revo would drop many points behind. I feel like Palomino would actually move up into 2nd in points as he hops over the curbs. There goes Remy LeBeau up into 2nd. And into the pits should come Sigmund, unless there are any issues down at pit road. Inters are out for the Venturi driver. We've got yellows in sector 3. That is not Iron. That is not Q. I was about to say that's not Iron at Babinis Jr. Of course it isn't, but front wing damage for the Hong Kong driver. That's slowing him down, of course. Was that contact with someone else is the question. And Nelson's tires are burning out there. Okay, so that's an unexpected consequence of pitting early. Like 76%, 76 degrees C is the tire temperature that your puff is on. We rarely ever mention tire temperature because it's never really a factor. But we're seeing this right now with Marcus Nelson. That first lap on the Inters is really hurting him because they're at 119, 120 degrees Celsius. And you can imagine Catfish, who was running in 2nd, a net 2nd rather, he's dropped to 5th because of similar tire temperature concerns. This is something that we have not seen before with the Michelins. Fresh tire advantage really does help here in London, it seems. 4 laps to go as Nicholas Palomino comes across the line once more to try and take a win in Champ Car, come over to Formula E and take a win here as well. I think he's going to be the first man to do that. I doubt that Remy LeBeau did the same thing last season, and I don't think that Daf Sanchez did it last season either during the 2 races he ran in Formula E, replacing an injured Sebastian Ocampo. Speaking of Sanchez, he's down in 19th with quite possibly the fastest car, one of the fastest cars on the field, and just not able to pass anyone. David 12 looking for a pass on Awful Catfish. It's not coming to him, is it? He's trying to close in, but he's just not got the pace underneath him. Might need to hold on to 6th here, because your boy is nowhere to be found. New cable, by the way. Very poor qualifier, it seems, as the double champion Ben, the last champion in Formula E under the ERL 01 regulations, by the way. And he's trying to close up to the back of Remy LeBeau, and I don't think it's going to happen. What I also don't believe is going to happen is this track getting dry. If it does go dry, the man in the top 5, heck, top 6 if you want to include 12 as well, the man in any of those positions who comes in and goes on to the dry compound of tires, as we saw in the A1 GP round, if you do that, you're going to win the race. I don't make the rules. Casper LeBeau up in 7th position, his teammate down in last. It does seem to be easing up is the rain, so maybe my prediction was wrong. Your boy trying to close up as his intermediate tires still overheating. And actually, due to that raining and blistering. Again, I don't make the rules. This is just what's happening. Remy LeBeau, he can watch the 2 former XTV drivers back in Season 1. I always mention this because they've been here for basically every ERL season. They keep fighting each other as if they're still teammates. It's a bit of a sibling rivalry in that sense. Looking back with the Power Motorsport number 89 of UK Ball. 2 championships to Revo's 5. Well, Revo definitely took longer to take that first win and that first championship. He wound up with more. It's a classic case of instant gratification. versus delayed gratification, it seems. Lap 11 of 13. Palomino from Remy LeBeau. Sims Motorsport hold down the 1-2 for now, but UK Ball's actually gaining on Remy LeBeau as the rain continues to ease up. I don't know if it's going to go dry though. Has the rain actually stopped? I think it might have. We could see that cloud cover go quite soon. In a race that hasn't had any full course yellows, we've had a yellow flag intermission down in the third sector, but aside from that, nothing at all. As Remy is slowing. Looks like he might have lost a little bit of pace. Sigmund is actually the fastest guy out there on track, believe it or not. But can't do too much about that. Daf Sanchez made his way up into 17th. But points nowhere to be found for the Hyperdrive Racing man, as UK Ball losing time down the hangar straight, coming through Stowe. Down through the Bell chicane as they begin the penultimate lap of this race. If it goes dry now, no one is going to pit. No one's going to make the risk to come into the pits, I don't think, at the very least. So Revo right now, if he wants to go into the podium for the second race in a row, it's now or never for the man in the number 7 car. There's a high possibility that it's going to be never, as he's at 67% tyre wear. I don't think he's got enough to fight with. I don't think the tyres are going to give him too much fight anymore. As UK Ball being towed down the straight, he's got the inside line on the Sims Racing driver. Side by side, two-time champion versus the season 25 champion. Remy LeBeau manages to fend off one of the elder statesmen of the ERL, and in fact puts in quite a bit of distance between the two of them. That's a second, the gap. Heck, it could be even more than that. About a second and a half as they come through the S's. And a slow-moving Carlos Kynes, he's got a rear puncture. Is he gonna pit? He should pit. The question is, will he? As 12 now in front of Catfish, ready to come home with a very solid, very amazing P5 finish. Running the final corner is Nicholas Palomino to start the final lap. Carlos Kynes did come into the pits and will be classified a lap down at this rate. UK Ball at its home race is ready to take a podium. But for Nicholas Palomino, this race win is going to mean a lot more. It's going to be his 4th career ERL Series win. But more than that, it's going to put him on the list of ERL Formula E race winners. It's a very, very exclusive list as Casper LeBeau moves up into 7th place. So he holds on to 7th place as he gets past the lap car. Catfish and 12 still dueling over 5th. Palomino's got a 7-second lead. It's been an absolute slugfest out front. As Casper, can he try and take 5th? This is the fight. He's got the position, does he? Yes, he's got the line, he's got the run, he's got 5th. The ace champion, Casper LeBeau, is looking at a top 5 finish here in the United Kingdom. Meanwhile, up front, keep an eye on that timing tower for you guys. It's going to be a 1-2 finish for Sims Motorsport at the home race. He won the Austin Champ Car race. Nicholas Palomino is a Formula E race winner, and he wins the crown jewel at London. Remy LeBeau comes right behind him to finish a brilliant second for Sims Motorsport, and UK Ball back on the podium at home. Casper LeBeau, P5 for the rookie. As Linus Eriksson getting past lapped car Carlos Kynes a lap down there. And for Daf Sanchez and Nord Hyperdrive, what were they thinking with that strategy? Another missed opportunity for the 72 crew. This is your podium. Finally, Nicholas Palomino, you are an ERL Formula E race winner. You are a race winner, and where else to do it but at the biggest stage, the London E3. with your teammate alongside you and a double champion on the other side. Remy LeBeau, second place from UK Ball. He looks to try and get his season on track. As for the rest of your finishers, Revo, 7th from Casper LeBeau and Awful Catfish. David, 12, continues a very good rookie season with a 7th place finish. Linus Eriksson, 8th from Puff and Your Boy. Outside of the top 10, Sebastian Ocampo, still yet to score this season from Babinus Jr. and Charles Hernandez. Then it's Sigmund, Marcus Nelson, Dawel Bontasarov, Daf Sanchez. The Red Devil, Oinkro Ezra, Versio, Enoch and Salos Heinz was classified a lap down. Remy LeBeau continues his lead in the points, and he is 23 up on Revo. Nicholas Palomino is 3rd from David 12th, and Casper LeBeau, who's up in 5th in Formula E, does seem to be his calling card right now. UK Ball is 6th from Oinkro Ezra and Puff. Then it's Babinus Jr., Awful Catfish, Linus Eriksson, and Salas Kynes from Versio, Enoch and Your Boy, with Nelson, Bogdasarov, the Red Devil, Ocampo, Zygmunt, Hernandez, and Sanchez all yet to score. In the Constructors Championship heading into the next round, Red Bull Sims Racing lead the way on 68 from Nord Hyperdrive and Power Motorsport, who haven't been this high in the points for quite some time. I'm willing to bet the last time they were top 3 in points was their championship season in season 21. Rocket Venturi R4 from Amlin Aguri and Mercedes EQ. Then it's Dragon Racing, Jaguar Martini, Andretti Autosport. Next EVTCR tied on points with Team Edam's Renault. Well, in comparison to Australia, not as many wrecks. Nowhere near as many wrecks. But that rain at the end sealed Nicholas Palomino's not just first points of the season, but first win of his Formula E career. With that heartwarming story done and dusted, we will see you guys next time then when the Electric Racing League returns on Christmas Day.